Hello everyone, I am Susmita Balaga and I am here to explain you the concept of calendars and to solve the problems in an efficient way. So before solving the problems on calendars, you have to be aware of some things which I am going to discuss now. And first, let's see what actually a leap year and a normal year is. As everyone of us know, leap year is a year. If at all, if it is a century, centuries are 100, 200, 300, 400, etc. like 2000, 3000, so on. So these are the centuries. If at all a year is a century, then that century year must be divisible by 400. Then only it is a leap year. So 400 will be a leap year. And for the non-century years, like 108, 1996, 2004, these should be divisible by 4 so that will be a leap year. The problems on calendars are solved using the concept of odd days. So let's know what odd days are. As I have already written, odd days are the number of days that are more than the complete weeks. Okay, so I'll now tell you in an understandable way. If at all you are given a number something like 365, that is the number of days which we have in a year. When you divide it with 7, you'll get a remainder, right? That remainder is called the odd days. So 365 when divided by 7, you would get a remainder of 1. So 1 is in a normal year, we would have one odd day. One odd day. If at all you are given something like 366, which is the number of days we have in a leap year, the remainder which you get when you divide it with 7 would be 2. So 2 is the number of odd days in a leap year. These are the two things that you have to keep in mind before solving the problems. So let's see how many odd days we have in 100 years. So as I have already told you, in 1 year we have one odd day, and in a leap year we have 2 odd days. Let's see how many odd days we have in 100 years. So in 100 years we have 76 normal years and 24 leap years. This you can get it if you solve it. So in 76 normal years, we have one odd day, right? So 76 into 1 plus in 24 leap years, we have 2 odd days. So that would be 76 plus 48, that is 124. And you have to divide it with 7 so that the remainder which you get would be 5. So in 100 years, we have 5 odd days. Hope it's clear. In a similar way, in 200 years, you would have just solve it so that you'll be getting 5 into 2, that would be 10. 10 when divided by 7 would give you a remainder of 3. So in 200 years, we would have 3 odd days. And in 300 years, the number of odd days would be 5 into 3, which is 15 modulus 7. That would give you 1 odd day. And in 400 years, we have it as 5 into 4. But actually there, 400 year is also a leap year. So there we are missing a 1 out there. So that would be 21 mod 7, which is 0. So these are the number of odd days in these century years. So this cycle repeats further. As I have told you, the cycle repeats further. So here we go. 5310 is the number of odd days we got in the first 4 century years, right? So that cycle repeats, and so we have it 5310, 5310. I have written it till 2000 years for your understanding. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to remember while solving the problems on calendars. The second thing is, you have to remember the odd days for the month. So in a year, we have 12 months, and January has 31 days, February has 28 days if it's a non-leap year, and 29 if it's a leap year, and so on. So here what we did is the odd days for the month can be derived based on the days, like divide it with 7 and you would get the remainder as odd days. So 31 mod 7 is 3. In a similar way, for 28 mod 7 is 0 and 29 mod 7 is 1. So that way you can get the odd days for the month. This is the second thing that you have to remember. And the third thing that you have to keep in mind is the week code. That is just 0 is Sunday, 1 is Monday, and so on. 6 is Saturday. So this is one thing you have to keep in mind. I'll give you an example so that you'll get a clear-cut idea on how to solve the problems. Basically, it might sound that it's a bit lengthy or a bit confusing, but once you master this technique, you would solve it in less than a minute. So let's see an example so that you'll be getting a clear-cut idea of the problem. So let's see an example. What was the day on 31st July 1999? day on 31st July 1999. If at all you were asked a question something like this, let's see. Divide it into 3 parts. First, find out the odd days for the given date. That is 31 mod 7 would be 3 odd days. And for the month of July, you have to consider the odd. So the odd days for the month of July can be calculated based on the year. First, see the year. Is 1999 a leap year? No, it's not a leap year. So just go through the month odd days as I have already listed above. So take it, the month of July is not yet completed. It's still in 31st. So only consider till the before month, that is June. So count the odd days till before July, that is 3. And since 1999 is a non-leap year, only consider 0. If it is a leap year, just consider 1, okay? So 3, 3, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13. And for the odd days for the month of July would be 13. Next, coming to 1999. As I have already told you for the month of July, that July is not yet completed. The same thing happens with 1999. The year 1999 is not yet completed. It is completed only after December 31st. So before 1999, how many years are completed? 1998 years were over. This can be split it this way, like 1900 and 98. Why did I split it this way? Because I have the odd days for 1900 years as 1. So that's why I split it this way. So odd days for 1900 would be 1, right? And coming to this 98 years, we have to solve it. 98 years has how many leap years? In order to get the leap years and normal years, just divide 98 by 4. That would be 24. So you have 24 leap years and the rest would be normal years. That is 74 normal years. So now for 98 we have 24 leap years and 74 normal years, right? How many odd days does a leap year have? 2, right? So that would be 24 into 2 plus 74 normal years. A normal year has 1 odd day. That would be 24 into 2 plus 74. This would give us 122. And then we need only the odd days. So what should we do? Divide it by 7 and write down the remainder. That would give us 3. So write down this yearly odd days that we got here. So that would be 1 plus 3. So summating up would give us 20. But this is not the final answer. What should we do? We have to find the odd days. That can be done by dividing it with 7. So that would give us 6. So this final answer should be checked with the week code that I have already mentioned. So 6 is Saturday. So 31st July 1999 would be a Saturday. So look how easy it was. If at all you were given something like 31st July 1996, then since 1996 is a leap year, you have to just consider the 1 here, because February, in a leap year for the month of February, we have 29 days, right? So 1 should be considered there. Thanks for watching.